Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for One Piece manga chapter 920. I know this came out a day early yesterday, but I tried to do it yesterday, didn't end up having time. I have a ton of videos where it's the first week of the month and all the monthly stuff is coming out, plus the first week of a new anime season, and I gotta decide which shows to review. I'm thinking about reviewing 2 or 3, maybe even 4 shows, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, so I'm a bit busy with this, and because of that, I'm probably pushing back The Promised Neverland to next week to continue the read-through. But either way, to talk about One Piece a bit. So last week we learned more about this, we learned initially about this prophecy and from the past kind of stuff. And it seemed like not a lot of people, at least to me, I heard that there were people complaining, but it's like one of those things where I hear people are complaining, but I never saw anybody complaining. Most of the people I saw, pretty cool with it. And even last week, I usually hate time travel stuff and stories. I usually hate that kind of thing, but I think it's going to be totally fine because the reason I hate it is it's usually really poorly written, but I totally believe Oda can do a great job at it. And in addition to that, one of the biggest reasons I have that much confidence in Oda doing a good job with it. Sorry, my voice is just a mess where it's morning. One of the biggest reasons I have such confidence that he'll do such a good job is that One Piece is the kind of series where it totally fits in. One Piece is the kind of series, like I said last week, there are a ton of different ways that Oda can use to explain it and to write it well. But just one right off the top of my head last week that still rings true is that what if it's a devil fruit that just lets you sort of freeze people in time? So if she has the devil fruit, she freezes 9 people in time for 20 years, says, hey, in 20 years these people will be back, and then bam, they unfreeze from time 20 years later, and here they are in the future. So that could clearly be a devil fruit that fits and works in, and we've seen devil fruits that are kind of out there, like Brooks even, so it's totally possible that it could be explained like that. So yeah, it's something that, and that's just an idea off the top of my head, and there's a million other ways Oda could do it, so I trust that it'll be pretty good. But we'll see. Let's read chapter 920 though. It's titled I Love Oden, and I know we're talking about the Wano stuff, but no idea what that title is implying here. So now we have Zoro and Sanji's dreams respectively. Zoro dreams of defeating Sanji with Chopper cheering him on, and Sanji dreams of defeating Zoro and being hugged by Nami. Cover page request, Sanji and Zoro fighting in their dreams. Alright. Let's get to the actual chapter. I like this. I'm excited to see some suggestion covers again. We have Wano Country, Curry, the ruins of Oden Castle. Kinemon recalls the past. This place was called Oden Castle. That is what the people of Curry called the castle that once stood here. But, actually, its real name was Curry Castle. Oden was beloved by the residents of Curry, and therefore the castle was called as such. So, that was Momo's father. That's right. Our master, Lord Oden, was quite the wild card. Despite being the son of Wano Country shogun Lord Kouzuki Sukiyaki, again, food puns, he got into violent fights one after the other, and was eventually exiled from the flower capital. What? However, at the time there was a place in Wano Country that was considered a lawless area. Criminals and Ronin, exiled from their village, wandered about there, and formed groups to rob each other and kill. Each day blood was spilled. It was such a heinous place that even the shogun decided to ignore its problems. That was Curry. The young Lord Oden went to that Curry of all places and started a huge fight with a man known as Ashura Doji, who was considered the most dangerous man out of all the evildoers in this land. In the end, Lord Oden defeated him. Shortly afterwards, he rounded up the ruffians in this land and raised them from their pitiful bad deeds. I was trying to look at that artwork of Oden fighting against the guy. Alright. I wonder if it was like an Oars type guy and this is just kind of an exaggerated panel or something. Or if it's just a big dude. He forced them to learn how it was to be workers. It was a necessity for the construction of this town and the castle. He built a paradise farm for the sake of everyone, and created a free and lively village where the sounds of laughter would not stop. After some time, Shogun Sukiyaki heard of his deeds. It was then that he was bestowed the title of Daimyo of Kuri. At the young age of 20, it was a monumental achievement for Lord Oden. He created rivers and wharfs, he connected villages and people together. Lord Oden had a habit of saying this one thing: "It's too cramped here." "Jeez, those guys," says Zoro. "Where in the world did they wander off to? I'm amazed that they could get lost even while I was riding on that Komainu. Oh, it's a wharf. Maybe I should catch a ride." Okay. How has Zoro ended up here? Is he the one that somehow wandered way off? Wano Country. I didn't even notice he wasn't with everyone. Wano Country, Kuri, on a certain beach. Oh, I see what's down below. Hold on before we get to it. For Lord Oden, the Wano Country was a little bit too cramped. How nostalgic. I remember this is that beach. We drifted to this land, and we have Inuarashi with his musketeers. And we were referred to as the talking cat and the talking dog. Everybody here feared us. All of them except for Lord Oden. You shouldn't be ashamed, we have a flashback. Being afraid of those who look different only highlights your ignorance. He was indeed our savior, and was indeed a true hero. And more than anything, he was indeed our lord and master. Alright. Whitebeard was charmed, and Roger was captivated by that samurai of the Wano Country. Alright. Okay. We have Luffy laughing as Kinemon happily tells the story, the shocked face on Sanji, and the happy faces of Nami, Carrot, and Brook. Alright. And then everyone looks shocked. All three of them look upset, Sanji, Nami, and Luffy. What a story. How cruel of... So, what happened to Oden? Okay. Our beloved Lord Oden was taken to the Flower Capital and executed as a criminal. What'd you say? Don't joke with me. That's dirty, Orochi. All of this happened to the courageous Lord Oden over 20 years ago, but, in our eyes, it was only a few months ago. The brave warrior, Kouzuki Oden's final moments. When I close my eyes, I can envision it just as if it happened yesterday. What an extraordinary man, says Brook, and we have Momonosuke and Kiku crying, of course, but also Chopper, Carrot, and Brook. It's pretty impressive that you guys were able to escape safely from such a crappy situation, says Sanji. Yes, but at that point no one was on our side anymore. In desperation, we escaped with all of our strength and left the execution site to head to Oden Castle. On our way there, Nekomamushi and Inuarashi started to argue it out. They were caught by Orochi's subordinates, and we believed their lives to be forfeit. But at that point, it did not matter who died. We absolutely needed to get to Oden Castle. Orochi, who orchestrated the downfall of the Kouzuki clan, would surely target Lord Momonosuke's life next. However, Kaido anticipated our plan. Oh, and we see Kaido already destroying the place when the 5 of them arrive. 5? Okay, so we have Kiku with the 3 we already know, and then a 5th one to the left. And the castle was set ablaze before we could reach it. Lord Momonosuke and his younger sister, Lady Hiyori, were stuck inside of the castle. Lord Momonosuke, Lady Hiyori, and we have Kinemon running in through the flames. Lady Toki, along with their mother, Lady Kouzuki Toki. Now, this may sound hard to believe, but there have always been rumors that Lady Toki was born sometime in the distant past. It's impossible for people to travel to the past. However, traveling to the future is... Okay, so that seems like, again, the devil fruit, like what I was saying, where you can just send people forward. And maybe she came from the distant past because she sent herself forward. And now she sent all of them forward instead of herself. However, traveling to the future is very possible. I've been traveling further and further into the future using this mysterious time ability. Okay, so she has the Toki Toki no Mi. And finally, I have arrived here at the terminus of my journey, Lord Oden. Therefore, this is where I shall remain. Could we stop it? And the place is burning. If traveling into the future is truly possible, then we'll definitely fulfill Lord Oden's wishes. We'll definitely take down Orochi and Kaido, and open up this country's borders. And Kinemon's crying in front of her. I'm leaving Momonosuke in your care. And then we have a thud, and they all get sent forward. We see Kiku, the three we've already met, and Momonosuke. Is this a dream? Where are we? Where's the castle? What about the fire, and what about Lady Toki? What about Lady Hiyori? Okay, where's my mother? Tell me, Kinemon. Worn out graves, and we see the graves for all of them. We have Raizo and Oden, Momonosuke. So, the tales of Lady Toki's powers were all true. We landed in the Wano country 20 years after that incident. We were truly in an unknown world. We traveled around the Wano country in order to better understand its current state. There were factories lined up row by row, countless smoke streams rising into the air, undrinkable water, and rations controlled by those in power. The daimyo and village gone, and the vast wasteland. The Kouzuki name was scorned. We realized that this was no longer the Wano country we once knew. We thought we would be able to find people to fight alongside us, but we were wrong. Are you Lord Kouzuki Momonosuke? Is that correct? I am Jibuemon, of the Kibi, a former retainer of the Shogun. 20 years. I've been waiting here for 20 years. I believe Lady Toki's words and waited here for this day. Okay, so the Kibi, that must be what, that's, what's-her-face's master, right? Tama's, because Tama says Kibi a lot. My mother. Lady Toki's last words indicated that the Kouzuki family would rise again in 20 years. I had my doubts, and, as if to give proof to such words, I searched for the remains of the 9 red scabbards. I was unable to find them. Even if there was a 1 in a million chance, we had hoped that you would appear 20 years from that day, and we see the people kneeling to Momonosuke. If you're willing to lead the fight against Orochi, then we will stand by your side and fight when the time comes. No matter where we are, or what we're doing, we all have tattoos of the mark of the moon on our ankles, and shall wait for your command. Unbelievable. Even though 20 years have passed, we still have allies we can count on. We must gather together in secret. Nobody can know of what we're planning. We shall do our utmost. We entrusted Kiku with gathering intel on the enemies, and us four, as you already know, set out to recruit our allies. Leaving the country is also a crime, as we were leaving they spotted us and began to pursue us. Because none of us had any navigational skills on our way to Zou, we immediately shipwrecked and lost our vessel. There we parted with Raizo. Let's meet on Zou, and we have the flashback. Barely escaping with our lives, we ended up drifting to Dressrosa. There we were chased by Doflamingo, who was working with Kaido. In the process of trying to catch up to Lord Momonosuke, who had accidentally boarded a mysterious ship, we parted with Kanjuro there. Do not worry about me, save yourselves, and we're learning how they all got separated to begin with. When we arrived at Punk Hazard, Caesar, another one of Kaido's pawns, was there. I was dismantled by Law Dono, who is now our ally. It was truly a desperate situation, and that is where I met all of you. And now, Luffy is listening on. Who is it? Hey, this thing can talk. Oh, is it not to your liking? I love it. And we have all the flashbacks to Punk Hazard. Thinking back on it, we went through crisis after crisis, but it was absolutely a blessing to meet all of you. Even though Orochi's troops know our names, we're saved by the fact they do not truly believe of our presence. They think that we're ghosts. Thanks to that, we haven't been put on any wanted posters, and have been able to re-enter the country without anyone expecting a thing. Even I didn't realize it, and I'm one of your allies, says Kiku. Sorry, that was my fault. Hey, stop flirting, and Sanji's jumping in. The most important part of this plan is to not be exposed. Okay, got it, says Luffy. Our current forces are the Straw Hat crew led by Luffy Dono, the Heart Pirates led by Laudono, and 2 groups from the Mink tribes, the Musketeers led by Inuarashi, and the Guardians led by Nekomamushi, as well as the samurai we have recruited with the will to rebel. Ideally, our forces would need to be 5,000 strong, however waging a war is not our intention. Our goal is to gather information in complete secrecy and take the commander's head. The plan will commence in 2 weeks' time, on the night of the Fire Festival. We will commence the raid on Onigashima. Translator's note, choice for raid could possibly be invoking the 47 Ronin assassination incident. Alright, where Kaido resides. Of course, One Piece will be on break. I expected it because this was a really, really good chapter, and a really long chapter as well. Okay, I'm really excited for this. This arc has been so good. And I'm sorry I've been a bit distracted by, of course, my neighbor deciding to cut grass now. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and post this, and then I'll record Boku no Hero Academia later, so all that noise isn't in the background. So, sorry about that. But, yeah, this was a really, really good one. And it seems like the power is basically what I said it was, just pushing people into the future. Or just, like, poofing them through time. And it seems like you can't go back, you can only go forward, which makes total sense. But there was something about 9 scabbards, and there was something about 9 samurai last time. I don't know what's up with that, but we've seen 5 sent to the future. We don't know what happened to Momonosuke's sister, though. But since we don't know that she died, I think that she might actually be with Kaido, and she might actually be, it's kind of like a Viola situation. She's going to be with Kaido, she's going to be 20 years older, and instead of Momonosuke, who's still just a kid taking over once they finally defeat Kaido and Orochi, she'll probably be able to take over as the new daimyo, shogun, whatever. So yeah, that's it. I'll end this here. Like if you did like the video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this chapter, what you thought of my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more One Piece, both anime and manga, much more on the channel. Finally, every week doing a double review of the anime to catch up to it. So yeah, sub for any of that or more. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, then just ask and I'll give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.